Hello and welcome to another exciting week of lab. This week's experiment is all about carbohydrates. I would like to first thank Emily Conroy, one of my students, as well as her two sisters, Shauna and Leanne, for helping me put this video together. So what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are organic compounds which contain the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are known as polyhydroxy compounds because they contain many hydroxyl or OH groups. There are three classes of carbohydrates, and they are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are known as simple sugars, while polysaccharides are known as complex sugars. An example of a monosaccharide would be glucose or blood sugar. An example of a disaccharide would be lactose or milk sugar. An example of a polysaccharide would be starch. Let's look at a difference between simple sugars and complex sugars.
Yum, this popsicle is so good. My crackers taste good too.
Did you know that both of you are eating what I'm learning about in chemistry right now?
What do you mean? We are eating polymers?
No, I learned about polymers last week. You're eating sugars.
Sugar is so sweet. I love it.
Leanne, you're eating a simple sugar.
What about me?
You're eating a complex sugar.
What's the difference?
On your mark, get set, go!
Well, I think Shauna made a better choice for a snack.
Why do you say that, Emily?
Well, she ate a complex sugar for a snack and she didn't get as tired as you.
Yeah, I think simple sugars don't give you the long-lasting energy you need to play.
Oh, that must be the difference between simple sugars and complex sugars.
You can also distinguish between carbohydrates by the number of carbon atoms that they contain. A pentose is a sugar which contains 5 carbon atoms, and a hexose is a sugar which contains 6 carbon atoms. Finally, you can also differentiate between the carbohydrates by the functional group. So an aldose is a sugar which contains an aldehyde group, and a ketose is a sugar which contains a ketone group. In the lab, you would be using different reagents to distinguish between and classify different carbohydrates. For example, with the iodine test, you would conclude whether your sugar is a simple sugar or a complex sugar based on your observations. And with the Barfowitz test, you would be able to conclude whether your sugar is a monosaccharide or a disaccharide, again by looking at the observations. Carbohydrates are found in many different foods. Let's see what Emily and her sisters have to say. Come on, let's go.
Hello, chemists, and welcome to Guess That Sugar. Today on the show, we have Contestant 1. Contestant 1, tell us what your name is.
Leanne.
Beautiful. How about you, Contestant 2?
Shauna.
Awesome. How about Contestant 2 goes first because it is her birthday, and the first object up to guess is a slice of birthday cake. Now, the contestants have to guess whether the sugar contained in the frosting of this cake is a sucrose, starch, lactose, or fructose. Contestant 2, place what you think this is.
I'm gonna say this one.
Correct! Ding, ding, ding! Shauna, you have gained 1 point and a tasty treat for your birthday. Beautiful. Contestant 1, Leanne, you are going to guess our next object. Some milk. What do you think this could be?
I think it's this one.
How did you know? Lactose is also considered milk sugar. Wow. We're tied right now. An early tie. Contestant 2, you have your next object to guess. Some cereal. You have sucrose, starches, lactose, or fructose to guess from.
I'm gonna say maybe this one.
Bingo! Starches! Awesome job, Contestant 2. Now, Contestant 1, you got oranges! What do you think those belong in?
I'm gonna assume fruit
Wow,
sugars.
Contestant 1, you are on a roll! Round 2 of Guess That Sugar. Shauna, your next object, some cookies. Where do you think they belong?
Probably a sucrose.
Ding, ding, correct! Let's see if you can do as good as contestant 2, Leanne. How about some yogurt?
I think it's a lactose.
Yes, it is a lactose. Good job. Wow, you all are tied. Is there even going to be a winner to this game? Shauna, your next object, macaroni pasta.
I'm gonna say it's a starch because it's filling.
Good observation. Correct. Pasta is a starch, which is a complex sugar. Alrighty, Leanne, back to you. We have some ice cream.
I'm gonna say this is a lactose.
Lactose again. Yes. Good job. Alrighty. And Shauna, last one for this round, some cheese.
Probably a lactose.
Bingo. Perfect. Hello, we are on our final round, round 3. If the contestants make it past this round, we will go into the bonus level. All right, Leanne, this is some apple juice. Where do you think it belongs?
I think it belongs here.
And what location did you put the apple juice in?
Fruit, sugar, fructose.
Correct. Perfect. Thank you. Shauna, we have some frozen mangoes.
I would say it would also go in fructose.
That is also correct. Thank you. Alrighty, Leanne, how about some Easter candy?
I think it's gonna go in sucrose, the common table sugar.
Again, correct. You all are on a roll. And now our last object, Shauna, some blueberries.
Probably fructose.
Fructose again, that is correct. Well, since you all got the answers right, you get to go together to the bonus round. Now, bonus round question. Based on all the objects you've played with in this game, what do you think contained glucose? You can collaborate with each other on this question.
Maybe that one.
All right, so Leanne
Maybe
thinks
lactose.
Some of the lactose products, such as ice cream and milk, might have contained glucose. Good guess. Shauna, do you agree?
Yeah, maybe also fructose.
Shauna's adding fructose to the mix. What about sucrose and starches?
Maybe them too.
Why do you
I'd
think
say
that?
starches, maybe.
Starches, so some starches contain glucose or they break down into glucose in our bodies, so good. And what about sucrose? It's left all by itself.
Too.
You think it should join the party?
Yeah, this is
Perfect. Well, folks, you got all the questions right. You did an amazing job, and you can go reward yourself with any of the items we have played with today. Enjoy.